Ha ha. Hi, Oops.
How are
Thanks,
you?
Oops.
Good.
I'm good. I'm better now that I have audio on my stream.
Nice. I'm still trying to figure out how to change the title on my stream. I'm a total amateur.
We're all amateurs today.
Robert,
Yes.
how is Doughboy doing?
It worked. Good.
Doughboy is. I haven't spoken to him for a couple of days now, but last I heard he's in an extreme amount of pain. But good news is that, from my understanding, it's not life-threatening. It's a kidney stone.
Yeah, and he was saying he gets these all the time. He gets.
I didn't realize he got them all the time.
Before. Yeah, I was talking to him this week, and he was saying that this is not unheard of for his.
Well, and I was saying to, I don't remember who I was talking to about it, probably Genetic last night, but or maybe I was just talking to myself, I don't know. I think diet has a lot to do with, in some cases. You steal my eggs?
Nope.
Diet often has a lot to do with people getting kidney stones.
Yep.
And he openly admits that he does not eat healthy when he's in the truck.
Oh God, no. No, on the road you can't eat healthy on the road.
No.
I mean, even for me, when I used to ride motorcycles cross country, you stop at a diner and it's like, go ahead, try to find a vegetable.
Yeah,
You know, it's all refried this and sandwich that and
yeah.
But when you talk to him, say hi from me.
Yeah, we'll do it.
So
No
I'm just gonna watch your stream and
Okey
let
dokey.
you to work hard. So I talk to you later.
Yeah, sounds good,
see
buddy.
you later, Mr. Oops.
Yeah, bye bye.
So, as I was saying,
Taters.
yeah, Taters. I'm gonna hook up to the 7250. You want to, if you could run the topper and the truck, that would be great.
Right.
Now, the truck is still lodged on the pile of corn that you managed to accomplish. What are you doing? Why are you trying to steal my tractor? Get away from my tractor.
I'm looking for something with a front PTO.
So the best tractor for you would probably be the 7710. You'll have to take the forks off it, obviously.
Understood. Not a problem.
Now, where is the tow bar?
Oh, of course. And of course, I forgot to turn on my steering wheel interface. Please hold while I learn to play this game again.
I don't see the tow bar there. I think it's still out in the field, actually.
Is it? There we go. We're off to the races. Okay.
I don't know if I can even hook to the front of that thing, but I like using the tow bar, so I'm going to try. I haven't used it since, I think, the first day we did a live stream on this map.
Hang on.
It's going to be right here. Yep.
What's going on here?
Oops, in the chat.
This gears. Ah, there's the gear. Okay.
May need to reset that because it's kind of pushed right up against the fence there. Yeah.
All right, let's get her done. Ooh. Hang on a second here.
We got Joy Marino in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're going to whip through there. Still bar. We'll reset that. Yes. Okay. Like spike, that's not a bad idea if you guys watching the stream and enjoying yourselves. Then go ahead and hit that like button. Surely would be appreciated.
I always love a good like spike. Whoop. Okay. Oh, you don't run manual attach. What am I talking about? It's
Manual attach is for people with ambition.
Never been accused of that before, but okay, I'll go with it. we at here? Toppers, toppers, toppers.
You want to meet me over by the pigs before you get started doing that, and we'll try to get that truck out.
Oh, right. I should have kept the front forks on. Hang on. Hang on. Let me just put the...
That's all right. There's another tractor down there with front.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah.
Are you just teleporting there, or are you driving there?
I'm taking the 7250 with the tow bar down, see if I can pull it off.
Okay. I'm going to teleport then.
Joy says... I'm assuming that Joy is a she.
I made that mistake.
Yeah, I know. I've done that before too. Anyways, says I play this game. It's an awesome game. Don't blame you. So you say you're teleporting there?
I am, yeah.
Cheater.
How is this thing stuck on this? Like, where is the collision that makes this stuck in a pile of corn? That's embarrassing. Yes, the big international harvester with tandem twins on the back is stuck in a pile of corn.
Yeah, I'm just curious. You did put the four-wheel drive and diff locks on, right? I think you did. I think I tried it too.
Well, it's stuck. It's completely stuck.
All right.
Oh, that's what I need to put on my old truck. I need to get a grain door. Do you think this thing's got a front attachment to it?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Okay.
It'd be freaking cool if it did.
Yeah, no kidding. If not, just, go back to knock the hell out of it.
Yeah, that's plan B.
It seems to be the farm sim way.
Genetic in the house. Welcome, Genetic. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. We're just kind of cleaning up Mark's mess right now. DW in the house says howdy, howdy, howdy.
It's not so much that I made a mess, as that rubber burner's too cheap to get a decent truck.
Oh!
Even my Russian garbage would get out of that pile. Look, look, it's stuck in corn. Embarrassing. You should be ashamed of yourself, truck.
Oh dear.
Are we going for hammer the hell out of it?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I need to drop this.
I think your tow bar is stuck now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's a new mod that I just I saw somebody post about. I get you. I don't see your tires fit.
Let me just check the gearbox here. Put her in gear. That would probably help. And off we go.
There
Later.
we go.
Knocked her. Knocked her for 6.
DW says yes, but yours is in the drink.
It is, yes. I can fix it though. I got the ultimate set of truck repair tools.
All right, I'm gonna take this useless tow bar back to shop. Grab the potato harvester. I saw that. Yeah. Anyways, I was saying, about to say, I saw somebody finally release the chain mod. Which again, that's another mod that I loved in FS15. I like it because you can
Chain mod, like it'll tie stuff down, or it'll.
No, it's like the tow bar mod, but it's
okay.
flexible. Like
chain, okay.
Right? So, the advantage to that is you can get a little bit of a run.
Sorry, where are your taters?
Taters are on field 34.
Give me directions. I don't know numbers.
Turn right into the cow enclosure.
Yeah.
Drive through the cow farm. Actually, if you look directly to your right, you can see the field.
Okay. So I'll leave this truck here.
Sure, you do what you want.
Oh, hang on a second. To my right. Oh, yeah, I see him over there. Okay.
Jacob
Okay.
Cougar
So I'm going to bring this down to the cow farm and then come back for my tractor.
Jacob Cougar said, "Hey, I'm back on the PC. Welcome back, Jacob." TW said, "No, you got 3 in the drink for 1."
Yeah. It was, things were getting out of control. Everything I tried was just making it worse. Had to get a tow truck to get 2 out of 3 out, and then the third one, they just looked at me and said, "Why bother?" And they drove away.
Jacob says, "I was grounded." That's no good, buddy.
Alright, we'll just leave this guy here. Alright. Whee! Going for a little jog, back up to the fun. That's a pretty flag you got there.
I know, right?
Hello. So, where is your topper?
The topper is pretty much right where you left the forks, I think.
Really, eh?
Yeah.
I see a front, like a front scraper, but I don't see a topper. Oh, I see. Okay, it's right beside it near the cedars. Okay, got it. I can do that.
Okay, I need to set up a GPS for this thing. Lord knows we are not harvesting potatoes without a GPS on this trailer.
Do I have a weight up there?
There are weight. There's all kinds of weights.
So, no, but there's a front PTO on this thing, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
What?
What's going on here? Ah, there it is. Okay, I was just too close to it.
So I want to drop my offset down by like 0.1.
All right, I need the HUD for a moment here to figure out where the shifting pattern is on this thing. So that's the... Huh. Oh, stalled it.
Yeah, so let's fire it back up.
That is the weirdest shifting pattern.
In the 7710.
Yeah.
That was actually the first tractor that I ever added a gearbox to. Definitely, actually not realistic to that tractor. Since that tractor, I've known her to do a bit better, but I don't know. I kind of got used to that one after a while, and
Yeah.
I've had it for so long now that I just leave it. TW says, "Great, just got my T6 stuck in on the I think on the same bridge as Mark. I'm not going to call that karma."
That'll do it.
Yeah, we'll wait for Mark to get a couple passes done here, and then we'll follow in behind him. And,
How fast does it move with the topper?
I don't know.
15. 15. Okay. Set to cruise control. We'll get her done. Am I doing it? Is it working? Yeah. Okay. I'm not just driving through here destroying crop, am I?
No, you're good. I think. Yeah, you're good.
So do you want me to straighten out the rows so that we follow the tracks?
Yeah, let's do straight up and down, like straight north-south.
North-south, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the middle of the field here, and I'm going to do 2 passes in the middle, and then you can follow in behind me.
Yep.
So give me a chance to come all the way back up. I'm going to follow your tram lines back up.
Yep.
And then I'll come back down, and I'll open it up from the field out. From the middle out.
I'm going to just jump over to the pig shed. I'm going to rearrange the belts for you for when you, for once you go to unload.
Right. Does this guy have GPS on him?
Sure.
Yeah, he does.
DW says don't text and farm sim.
And there you go. Now nobody saw me set up the GPS, so if anybody joins the stream right now, I'm going to look like an absolute pro. But in actual fact, I'm just taking a nap while sitting in a cab.
Well played.
Steering is hard.
Maybe I should take back that comment about you having ambition.
Not tonight, sir. Not tonight. Gonna be a nice relaxing stream, just hanging out in the potato patch. At least the speedometer works in here. It's hard to tell if I'm... Oh, no, okay, I can see the nubs.
Alright. Yeah,
couldn't really tell if I was doing an okay job topping these things or if I was just destroying them one row after another.
DW says Mark uses GPS. Sheep must be flying now.
Yeah. It happens.
Travis McCoy says hi. Welcome, Travis. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, north-south is definitely a little bit easier for me in GPS. This tractor, this harvester pretty much requires GPS doing potatoes. I can't imagine running this harvester without GPS. You'd leave so much behind, it would be ridiculous.
Well, it's not bad. It just requires concentration, right? I mean, it's just hard to do it while you're streaming.
Yeah.
If you're kind of paying attention, it's not a bad harvester to use.
Yeah. That's not Doughboy, actually, Jacob. That's Marc Dupont joining me today. Doughboy is still a little, I don't know if the term under the weather would be correct, but he's indisposed.
Folded over in half with pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
In his nether regions.
Yeah.
And no, it's not the crabs this time. Although we could start rumors, you know.
This is true. Travis says, man, I wish I had FS17. Honestly, at this point, You don't have 17? I'd wait.
Yep.
Just wait for 19 to come out. All right.
Please hold. Come on. What are you doing? Oh my god. What is going on with this thing?
I got the RPMs. I have no idea what gear to use in this tractor. This is the first time we've used this tractor for yeah, this is the first time we've used this tractor for
The harvest?
for potato harvest. Yeah, last year we used the 7710.
Oh yeah? So how does that one compare in terms of horsepower?
This has like 240. That has 170.
Oh, okay.
So it is significantly more.
Oh.
This has a much nicer gearbox. This has sequential gearbox. So
Oh, okay.
doing a job like this is much easier.
So it's CVT gearbox on that one?
No, sequential. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And you just flip a button to
Okay.
cruise through the gears. Versus, I just don't have to use the shifter, right?
Right.
The only time I use the shifter is to flip it into reverse. You should remember our last harvest. You were here for the last harvest.
I was. I seem to show up for potatoes. I haven't heard much about that potato DLC proposal that they had going on for a little while.
That's been really. I'm disappointed by that.
Yeah. Mad XJS is the people are talking about that, but the potato thing seems to have just faded away. Mr. Mazzoni, how are you doing, you old Finn? So I see what you're up to with your with the vulture there, Mr. Finn, and I'm pretty excited because though the front bucket thing does work, I tried it out on this last harvest. It's not the greatest.
I don't want auto revert, do I?
Ah, you're night shifting. That's pretty normal for you. You're always up to something no good, like working for a living. Ew.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun at all.
Nah. I'm night shifting too, but for all the wrong reasons. I've take your time, Mr. Mazzoni. Take your time with the vulture. It's a side project for you. You got enough serious things in your life. Enjoy it.
What's going on with the vulture?
My mechanic's got it in the shop again.
Okay.
And he's adding stuff.
Okay.
So we are. Well, he is. And he's improving the weight balancing, let's just say.
Okay.
And opening up possibilities for more uses of the front end.
Ah, gotcha.
So. Okay. You know what you should talk to, Mr. Mazzoni? If you need some little bit of Blender, little fidgety stuff, Kerbo's been playing with Blender. I mean, I don't want to rat him out or anything. But, if it's something simple like being able to move something around, he may be able to help you tweak it. I don't think Kerbo would consider himself a modeler as such, but he certainly tinkers on a pro level.
A pro tinkerer.
Oop. Something robotic happened there in Discord. Don't know what that was.
Yeah, you were definitely a robot there for a minute.
I was a robot? Okay.
Yeah.
My stream didn't take a hit or anything, so maybe it's on your end?
It's possible. But it didn't take a hit on my end either, so it could just be a Discord thing, right?
True. True that. Oh, if it's just a question of just widening the frame or widening the front hydraulics, then maybe, yeah, maybe Kerbo can help you with that. That sounds like a part that he could just tweak and send back to you if you just send him measurements.
Oh, DW's hanging out in our Discord right now. Said we both sounded like bots.
Ah, okay.
So probably, most definitely a Discord thing.
So we'll just blame DW.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. We have our forecast has changed. Oh snap! Oh, I'm full. Shoot.
2.
All right.
Is it going to be monsoon season?
Yeah. Our forecast has changed, and it's gonna rain on us. That's what I was getting at. But
That's all right.
I need a truck over here, right?
Oh, okay. Let me just okay, hang on a second. I'm just stop her right here. Put her in neutral. Hop over to the truck. I'll do both. What does that truck come in? No, it thinks the truck's the trailer, does it? No. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Whatever.
Wonder if you can harvest potatoes in the rain.
I don't know. Probably once you have them topped, you can.
I would think you should be able to. I mean, in real life, you can.
Yeah.
Because I think the message that shows up is you can't thresh in the rain.
That's it.
So I wonder if it is going to be possible. I can remember harvesting potatoes in the rain many times. I mean, there comes a point when the field would get too sticky to...
Yeah, but they're not modeling that yet, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the brakes work. Where is she there? There it is.
There we go. Just blame DW. I should be.
Hey,
I should be
fine.
tops with that on all. Make a bit of money from a lot. That comment made no sense, DW. Farmer Klein in your stream, is he?
Yeah, I got a little Farmer Klein going on.
What up, Farmer K?
Let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
Okay. I'm just gonna park her in the middle of the field over here.
Yep.
And you can swing by her on every pass, basically. Oh, she's gonna be in the way though, isn't she?
Yeah, maybe just wait until I've got a couple more passes.
Yeah, okay. I got you. Hey, Hey, ACSM1TH3. I'm being watched by a microwave.
Microwave?
Or a fax machine, I don't know. Just kidding, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Okay. Where's my tractor? Here he is.
Yeah, that might actually just work best now that I think about it. Just have that truck parked off to the side, and when I come to the edge of the... Because I can make 2 passes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So I'll just dump every time I get up to the top.
Yeah. Gerbo. Oops. How you doing, Gerbo? Welcome. ACK Twitch Blue. Oh, back. Okay. Well, hello, sir. Why don't I get a manly horn? I get my horn sounds like it came out of a Datsun.
Majestic says, "Hey all, welcome, Majestic." Yes, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Well, actually, that's not 100% true. I have a bit of a headache right now. But self-inflicted headache, so I can't complain.
Farming's treating me pretty good, Mr. Kerbo. It's the trains that are beating the hell out of me. The trains are killing me.
Trains?
Yeah. Kerbo started playing this game, Run 8, a couple of weeks ago. And kind of re-enlivened my interest in Train Simulator.
Okay.
But the reason I gave up Train Simulator is because I got sick and tired of running commuter lines and coal trains across barren wastelands.
Hey DW, I think you know what to do there, don't you? If you check out my chat.
Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole.
So yeah, so I got back to Train Sim and got into Steam. Got into Steam engines.
Okay.
It's not as easy as they make it out to be. I'm hoping to do some. I streamed some trains on Friday night. Not a lot of people in the stream, but and I did manage to completely, fail and get stuck halfway up a hill. But I think some Steam fail streams will be in order.
He was a little bit loud there, Majestic, so I did turn Mark down. Let me know if that's
sorry.
better. No, it's not your fault.
I feel like sometimes I'm screaming into my microphone, but it might just be the tractor noise.
Yeah.
That makes me want to talk loud. Yeah, I have it set on expert mode, Klein. Of course, I'm a total noob, but I start at the top. I don't really play games on normal. I found that out about myself. When they give you those options, easy, normal, and hard, it's like those first two I don't look at. So I'm getting better at it. So I have to shovel coal and move water and open buffers and valves and bleed cylinders, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I get stuck a lot on hills. I run out of steam a lot.
I actually bought CSX Heavy Haul there.
Did you?
Yeah. I played it once for like an hour. And
how long ago was that?
I bought it during the Steam sale like last week.
Oh, okay.
And I really haven't put any time into it yet. Like, I put an hour into it trying to...
How are you finding it in terms of processor and in terms of graphics? Is it stuttering a lot on you?
No, smooth. Very smooth.
Yeah, I think they sorted out some of their... when they first launched that thing last year, it was an absolute nightmare of stutter frames and...
Really?
Oh, it was incredible. But It is a gorgeous game.
Oh, very that yeah.
Like,
There's no arguing
and
that.
I love that it's an open world game. You can walk around and stuff like
Yeah.
that. The problem I have with it is the I don't know. I feel like the there's not enough openness. There's no DLCs. There's nothing in the Steam Workshop for it. Like
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting for it to get modded. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
When it starts to get modded, I think it'll become interesting.
There is one DLC. It's a paid DLC now. But there is one DLC available for it, and it's actually it changes your entire territory, so you end up it's like European.
There's 3 different DLCs. There's
is there?
there's the coal train.
Okay.
There's another one which is the West Coast. Of England.
Yeah.
And the third one I think is like a high-speed train in Germany or something.
Okay.
I want to say that. So
Yeah.
you know the thing about it is that when they switched over and they went to the new engine and they went to the new graphic style,
Yeah.
it was basically like starting a brand new game.
Yeah.
Like it took them 10 years to get that game developed to where it is now.
Yeah.
It'll take another 3 or 4 before it's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful now, and I like to watch it. But I'm not buying it just yet.
I wasn't gonna buy it either. The only reason I bought it was because it was on sale, like 65% off or something like that.
Right.
I have no experience with train sims whatsoever, so there's definitely going to be a learning curve for me trying to figure out how exactly everything works.
Oh, I mean the diesels are easy. I mean they're almost boring. They're so easy.
Yeah.
You know, it's gas, brake, watch out for the signals, don't go through any red lights, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then once you figure out how to do things, it's not that difficult to do. The thing about it is it's not difficult to, and this is why I kind of gave up on train sim for a little while, is that most modern trains are fairly easy to become pretty proficient at.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you play it for a few hours, you'll be stopping right on the platform every time.
Yeah.
And most of the trains kind of behave almost exactly the same way. The reason why I want to get into the steam trains is that every single locomotive has a different process to make it run efficiently.
Yeah.
They have different baffles, different injectors, different, you know, you get the processes, the braking systems are different. You know, you don't have self-lapping brake systems. You have to sort of pressurize your braking system. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm finding also that with the steam thing, if you start going down the wormhole of researching steam locomotives, oh, it gets deep. Especially the British ones. I mean, those guys are nuts. No offense, DW. But yeah, I started going through the Steam Workshop, and I started going through all the DLCs and stuff like that. And man, I could waste a lot of money on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, Farmer Klein. You know, you just you have to get it going, and then you have to, like, you know, when I drove a model I drove a Model T Ford one time, and you have to advance the spark, and your shifters and your clutch is a lever, and your shifter is it's just really weird. It's like everything that they standardized about car driving hadn't been done yet, so it feels like they're sort of doing their own thing. Icelandic Farmer, welcome to the stream, brother.
Hey, Ice, welcome.
We need to have a chat soon about our little special event next weekend. Well, your special event next weekend. What am I saying "our" for? We're making you responsible, by the way. We had a meeting. It's all your fault. We got 6 people watching on Twitch. Welcome to the stream, folks. Feel like I'm jipping you on music, though. What do you guys want? What do you guys want to hear? We're not going to do the full DJ thing tonight, but we will do some requests. Let's see here. If I back this thing up a little bit, what can I do?
DW says,
Yeah, we'll do
no,
that.
us Brits are nuts.
I feel like okay, like listen, North Americans, we're pretty messed up, you know. We have our own thing. The Americans have their gun thing, and we have our hockey thing, and it's all kind of weird, right? But the Brits have an inventory, and the Europeans in general have an inventory of odd fixations.
Such
Like
as?
the whole, well, like the whole, what do you call it? Like like Steam people, and they have people who are into like, you know, the sometimes some of the dog people are kind of bizarre, and like they have all these little micro communities of strange collectors of things, and you know, they have TV shows about archaeology, and like it's just, they're very, I mean, I'm a bit of an Anglophile. I really love them because they're odd in a very intellectual way, if I want to say.
Okay.
Like, we're into things like, you know, NASCAR and skidoos, and, you know, we're a little bit more rugged, I feel, than they are. But they have a thing going on where they do like the oddest things in groups.
Big Bass Slayer 17 just subscribed. He's in the chat. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Rubber Burner Gaming, where we forget how to talk. We press all the wrong buttons and we run into things.
What are you running into now?
Actually, I don't think I've run into anything yet. But trust me, give it time. I've got fences on one end of the field and trees on the other end, so it'll happen.
We're not even going to take responsibility for it if it goes good, Icelandic. We're going to let you have this one. Icelandic says if it goes bad, it'll be his, and if it's good, it'll be ours.
Did I already do this row? I think I already did this row. What I need to do is do this row from the other end.
No, we just need to know how far and wide to cast the net to get some farmers in there.
Majestic says, what's Mark's YouTube? Mark's YouTube is actually linked in the description down below. I don't think he's...
I'm not on YouTube tonight. Tonight I'm on Twitch. And on Twitch I am Marc E. Dupont. Or as they like to call me over here, Marcy. The funny thing is that when I type in chat and when I sub, the capital letters don't show up. So it looks like Marcy Dupont.
Yeah.
Oh, Leonard Skinner, eh?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh, Majestic?
Hey, Ice.
Yeah.
Hello,
Welcome
guys.
aboard, Mr. Ice.
Hello.
I did this row too.
What is it, like 4 o'clock in the morning for you?
No, it's 2 o'clock.
So still early.
Yeah, I have a hard time sleeping.
Are you working tomorrow?
Oh, yes, I am.
So like in like 2 hours?
4 hours, I need to get ready to work.
Yeah, make a pot of coffee, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even worth trying after a while.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and link it there, DW, if you wish.
No, the stream on Friday.
Yeah.
So how far are you guys willing to go?
Well, we are going to, I'm going to try to push it the full 24 hours stream. By the way, everybody, so that everybody knows what we're talking about. A good friend of ours at PCSG, Mr. Johnny V, has done an edit on a map. and we are going to do a 24-hour stream on Friday night, right? Friday evening.
Yeah.
And it's going to be 24-hour charity stream benefiting Doctors Without Borders and Mr. Icelandic Farmer and Mr. Brummy and Rubber Burner and I, and hopefully Doughboy is feeling better by then, are going to try to stream it for 24 hours in a row.
Yep.
And we're going to raise funds for Doctors Without Borders, but it's mostly just about us goofing off and having fun and seeing how punch drunk we get after 24 hours of streaming.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So it'll be like, if you really want to see the sparks fly, join us around noon on Saturday and see what it looks like. It'll descend into complete anarchy, I'm sure.
Complete and utter madness.
It may be that we have to change our streams from G-rated to adult-rated.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that happening. Yes.
I don't pretend to be G on mine anyway, so I'm good to go.
No, we tried to, but
I tried to, but I don't see the point.
It's not always that easy.
No.
Kyle says, will Rubber Burner be consuming adult beverages? No, absolutely not.
I think if you add adult beverages to the whole thing, I think we would rapidly lose control of the whole situation.
Yeah, and
there
and
has
then
to
we
be.
And after a while, we will probably hear someone snoring in the background.
Yeah.
And the tractor is just driving off into the trees.
Well, that's just Johnny then.
Yeah. We'll blame it on lag. We'll just blame it on lag.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So the we had talked about it earlier to let people join in.
Yep.
But that we have to change, sadly.
Okay.
Because of if we are going to do that, the map that is supposed to be released right after the live stream will be in hands of a lot of other people that we don't really know.
Yeah.
And it can't be putting up on other sites without our knowledge.
Okay.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Johnny said that we will try to have that to minimum.
Okay.
Especially people, people that we know, and in our circuits, we could say.
Okay.
That's fine if we can trust them.
Okay.
Because we don't want the map to get out on the downloading sites before we are done with that live stream, basically.
Where is the map going to be downloadable?
On PCSG.
On PCSG. Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll get everybody lined up and get everybody to join PCSG. And the moment the map is uploaded, it will be available on PCSG.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
So we didn't really think that comment through before we afterwards.
Why not? But why not launch it right before the stream starts, so that people can download the map as they're watching the stream?
Yeah, that is possibility, but that we need to ask Johnny first.
Okay.
Yep.
Johnny is the one that is.
Because I think it would be a lot more interesting to have people watch the video and be able to immediately go and watch and go and get the map for themselves.
That's not a bad point. Yeah.
Because if they have to wait a day or 2 days before they go back, they may forget about it and never go back and get it.
Yeah, but
so being able to promote the link to the map directly on the stream might be a better way to go.
Yeah.
Hey, Simulation for the Nation.
That is not a bad idea at all. We just have to go through all that. As I said, we have to meet up in the week and try to talk everybody before the live stream and organize it a little bit better, so everybody is on the same queue when it comes to Friday.
Why don't you, if you don't mind, because I know you contact Johnny on a regular basis, just bring that idea up to him and see what he has to say.
I can ask him tomorrow.
Yeah. It would be great if people could watch a stream, and when they ask where the map is, we can just give them a link, and they can go get the map, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of having to put them off for 24 hours.
Yeah. That can be a good idea. But I'm gonna ask Johnny when I talk to him later today.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oops.
So how many of you on the other side of the pond are gonna be live streaming? Is Farmer Klein gonna be part of it?
At the very least, me and Rubber Burner. We haven't talked to Farmer Klein yet, I guess.
No, Farmer Klein did message and said he will at least be able to do 2 hours. So his regular Friday night slot, he'll replace what he usually does Friday night with this live stream. But he can't commit to anything more than that with the kiddos around.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's more than fine.
My understanding is GrizzlyBearSims is not committing to anything, but he definitely hopes to join us at some point in time.
That would be awesome, yeah.
Yeah. No, as I have said, I am not asking anyone to do the whole 24 hours with me.
No.
I'm 1 hour, 2 hours. That's more than enough for the other people.
That's it.
And it is the same for I've said about those that are gonna be watching. It's not about who has the most money. If you don't have any money to give, doesn't matter.
No.
If they are just there and cheer us on, that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, Majestic, if you could come and play with us too.
Of course.
But we'll see when we can roll into it. But certainly making the map available before the stream would make more sense for being able to promote the map and give it out as soon as people feel like they are interested in it. But also it kind of frees us up to be able to include more people that are watching and want to come in and help for an hour in the middle of the night or something like that.
I actually opened up the server up to 14 slots now.
Oh,
cool.
So the server has the possibility to have more people joining.
Yes. Kyle says he'll come watch. Awesome, Kyle. Thank you very much.
Yeah. More people watching and interacting, that's gonna be easier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially when you're gonna try to hold you awake for 24 hours.
I'm not guaranteeing I'll be awake for the whole stream. There may be a little bit of flight mode engage and lie down for a while kind of thing. Or hop into a tractor with a passenger script and just take a little break.
Yeah.
Just sit in the buddy seat and take a nap for a little while.
Exactly.
I think this truck pretty much needs unloaded there, Mark.
Okay. I will get that done.
Yeah, I just filled it.
So how is Doughboy, by the way?
I haven't spoken to him for a couple days now. I should send him a message after the live stream and just check in with him. Really, the last time I heard from him was when he told me what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's just hope he get over it fast.
Yeah, I was talking to him earlier in the week, and he says that he gets these quite a bit. So it's I think it's not something that was unexpected.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just wanted to come in and say hello to you guys.
I appreciate that.
So
yeah, that would be great, Majestic. We'll probably hit you up for that. Absolutely.
What's that?
What you were saying?
He was wondering if we needed anybody to moderate on the streams and stuff like that, and we're gonna get a bunch of people together to do that too, and be able to keep everything on the everything clean and nice. So
is Farmer Oops there too?
Farmer Oops?
You said oops.
Nope, I have the wrong I had the wrong gear there.
Oh, you had the wrong gear.
Hey, Simulator Addict, welcome back.
Yeah. No, but you guys have fun. And
Okay, are you around this evening for you? Can we try to have a conversation?
Just send me a message on Discord, and I will try to be with you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because if you can get a hold of Johnny and we can have a conversation in the next 24 hours, that way we can get a bit of lead time and try to line people up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if we have to do any scheduling to be able to figure out who's going to be on when, then we can get that done beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's probably a really good idea right there.
Ladies.
We'll try to do that. So, as I said, just send me a message when you guys are ready to talk, then I will try to get into that.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys have fun.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah. Talk to you later, guys.
Johnny V says tell Ice to go to bed.
Oh, is he there? Well,
yeah, he just popped in.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
I am in bed. I just
speak
can't
of the
sleep.
Devil. All right, we'll talk to you later, Ice. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too, guys.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Not the best mirrors on this truck, but I'll see what I can do.
DW says, give me a yell when you all talk so I can get the rundown. So, yeah, absolutely.
Forget about that.
We're in one of those dead rows, one of the tram tracks, I guess they call them. But I'm not getting any yield off this, which is good because I don't have a truck to unload into. So,
Whoop, what's going on here?
Johnny V says, hey, all.
Hello, Johnny V. So what's going on here?
So you have to set your belt to tip anywhere or tip on ground, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Yeah, we got a little bit off the first part of the run, but nothing off the second part. The second half, rather. I'm just going to continue up the field, so once you do get unloaded, can you just pull up beside me and unload me?
Okay. Just lining up the belts here. Gonna hit the tip button again.
Oh,
There's a lot of potatoes to come out of that little tiny door. Oh, hang on a second. Don't want to get stuck again. Okay. Let's switch that to... Thank you, Majestic. And he says, tell Johnny he says hi.
Go.
So what do I do here? Does this thing only tip out the grain door?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Beautiful. Okay, good. Done. Is Majestic part of your special Discord, Rubber Burner?
No, not at this point.
No, okay. Might want to hop him in there just to get him sorted for moderating and stuff like that, and put people in line.
So this is the point where I just sit back and relax and wait for Marky Boy.
I'm on my way.
I have got a lot of potatoes to harvest. I've got about 1/3 of what you've topped done, and then there's still what's left to be topped. We're halfway through the day already.
Yep. Nobody said potatoes were easy.
Nope.
They sure are fun. If you're in a hurry to farm, I don't recommend potatoes at all. Whoops.
Saw that.
I may have hit your slurry pit there.
Johnny B says, going for lunch. Thanks for all the work on the 24-hour talk to me. Yeah, no problem, Johnny. We'll talk to you later, bud.
Am I close enough?
No. You're about 4 feet to the left.
Hey, DW. Welcome to
go.
Twitch. Oh, well, that's not great.
It's working.
Yeah, I know, but it looks like hell, so let's just back it in there. There you go. That's better. Let's pretend like we're paying attention. So I figure I'll park this truck right in the middle here, and you can, every time you swing by it, just dump some more in.
No, if you could park it at the end, again, that was working really well for me.
Okay.
It means not having to stop in the middle of a row. Pretty please.
All right, off she goes to the end.
Yeah, I got your message. I just never ended up doing anything with it yet, Majestic. I will try to respond tonight. I ended up hanging out with Genetic there for quite a while after the live stream last night.
Immersion ruined. Everybody's a goddamn critic, Kerbo. I don't. The O with the little wavy hand, is that hello or is that goodbye? I can never figure it out because I saw you earlier, so I didn't know if you were coming or going there. I guess you're still here, so you were coming.
I forgot that field still needs to be cultivated.
You, my friend Kerbo, have a serious medieval gameplay issue. You seem to be pretty addicted to the game. I had you on in the background for a little while this afternoon while I was doing other stuffs. Dirty, 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 dirty.
Majestic says, what are those next to your steering wheel? These? They're empty cans of Budweiser from last night. That's an old hard drive. If that's what you're asking about.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, Kerbo. I like watching those shows. I don't necessarily play a lot of those role play sort of games, questing games, but I do like watching them. I especially like the way you're playing it, where it's less killy, more quest-based kind of thing. Although you did get kind of killy yesterday. Not a bad thing, it's just, you know. RPH, there you go. RPG, okay. Roleplay gaming, is that what it stands for?
Oops.
RPG. just need to clear off some stalks at this end here. But I was noticing your knight is getting shinier and shinier. As you get better armor, he's getting a little bit more silver as time goes on. But, you know, as long as you hang on to Pebbles, Pebbles is the horse. I think it was Lonely Bandit who popped into your stream the other night and said that he was, you sold Pebbles! Where's my banhammer? Did you get one of those monster horses? Oh, you need a stronger horse. Well, if you keep killing and robbing people, yeah, but, you know, if you kept your criminal activity to a bare minimum, you could hang on to Pebbles. Hey, Jethro, welcome to the stream, buddy. He says hi to you too, Mr. Rubber Burner.
Howdy, howdy. DW says no RB. No what? What did I miss?
What have you done? What did you do?
I don't know. He says that's 4,000 now. I'm confused.
You're confused. I'm confused.
Dum 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 dum.
Yeah, I can imagine. Do your opponents get a little bit better as you get more armor and stuff like that? Do you get like tougher people to fight? Because right now you're like, it's not just your armor that's getting better; it's your skill levels are getting better and everything too. So at some point you might get bulletproof.
Oh, John Deere Model A 1941 /dash or slant dash. Just subscribe. That's one heck of a name. I'll give you credit for best YouTube name of the night right there.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the channel, buddy. And DW says for using howdy howdy. Right. He doesn't like it when I say that.
So you better.
He claims he has copyright on that.
Oh, okay. You better watch yourself then, Kerbo. You might escalate your armor to a point where the game becomes less fun. If you're just killing everybody.
Farmer Up says lag spike. There's an idea right there.
Whoopity whoops. Not being quite so scientific about that pass.
You're definitely not following proper rows there.
Man, this tractor is full of buttons. What are all these panels in the door, in the windows? You got a Pottinger one, you got a Crone one, you got a Bergman one.
Carl Parker says ahoy. Welcome, Carl. Thanks for stopping by. What is he doing over there?
You got the old horror all sorted out, did you? Good for you, Kerbo. Good for you. You're a good man. That's her name in the game, by the way. We're not just calling her that for fun.
Oh, okay. That truck again.
Yeah, I run a grown-up stream, Majestic. So if you want to say poop, you can say poop.
Whoops, it the wrong button.
It's usually better if you have a reason for it, but you know.
That's pretty much going to be.
Ah, that's awesome. Icelandic says he talked to Johnny and he agrees that the map should be released at the same time as we're streaming. So
awesome. Yeah, that'll be good all around.
Yeah, that'll just drive traffic directly to the map, and
yeah,
people won't have to wait the extra day. So,
Kyle says, "Do you have cows?" We do not have cows yet. Maybe next year. Maybe.
I'm gonna have to come up with a new game to play, like the tomatoes, that you guys can throw poop at the screen.
Uh-oh.
Like the monkeys in the cage.
Got a little close to the fence there. Scraped a little paint.
Don't spam the chat, Majestic.
There we go. Kyle says, I bought 50 and I'm starting to think it was a mistake.
Howdy, Farmer Craig.
Bit too much work, eh?
Did you see your episode today? I'm almost done, dude.
No, you're not. I got plenty more work for you. Might be done topping, but you still got work to do.
You got another harvester?
Not a potato harvester now.
Ah, okay.
But you'll be working right beside me.
I said he could say poop. I didn't say he had to constantly repeat it in the chat. You can say it once.
Kyle says, yeah, with 58 sheep to 60 pigs. Ah, I see. Are you on this map, Kyle?
Come on. What are you doing? Oh, man, really? Okay, that was weird. Are you still running, Are you running ground response?
Yes.
Ah, there you go.
What's the issue?
Nothing. Just got into a field and it got a little squishy. Oh, grinding the gears.
Kyle says, yes, I love your map. Awesome. Cool.
There's no MR on here.
I kind of assumed that, Kyle, where you said you had 58 pigs and 60 sheep, or the other way around, whatever it was. Oh, snappers. Because I do remember that I set it up so that you start with 50 of each, and that would have made sense.
Did you MR that international Turbo? Yep, I do play every now and then. When I'm playing on other people's server, I don't make them load MR. It is playable. Look, I can weave back and forth. See, look. No effect at all on the potatoes. None at all.
Does it have an effect? Does it have an effect with MR?
No, it doesn't.
Hey, I'm cool with feedback, Kyle. I mean, what you say there's a couple things you would change. What would you change?
Well, for one thing, I wouldn't call it Crawford Farm. I'd call it Marc's Farm. Not helping. What did you want me to do next, buddy?
So there's a tractor up there. The 845S is hooked up to the sprayer. Can you spray that field right next to us, the one that hasn't been cultivated yet?
Sure.
And then I'm gonna buy a new cultivator for you, and you can cultivate that field.
Oh. Is that cultivator going to be delivered to the farm, or am I going to go get it?
No, I'll deliver it for you.
Okay. Oh, okay. I keep forgetting to look in that room on your Discord, Kerbo, for your latest projects and converts. To be honest, one of my biggest problems is that I seem to be a member of like 40 Discords. Good night, Icelandic. Thanks for dropping in. Always a pleasure to have you in the stream.
Kyle says, more room at the edible dealer. Yeah, I've had a few people make that comment, so that may be something I change in the future. He also says traffic. It makes it feel more like life to me. Yeah, there is actually a reason there's not traffic on the map. It's not because I wasn't too lazy to do it. Oh, snap. But, you're not the first person to say that either, so maybe something I have to look into.
Where is your pressure washer? Is it,
It is, it's on the main farm.
right beside the fuel tank?
Yeah. Oops. There we go.
Oh, it's way over here. Okay. Well, maybe I can reach.
I'm going to take actually, I'll wait till Mark gets down here. That way you guys have something to watch at least. I need to take a 2-minute break. Just run downstairs and get a glass of water.
Just cleaning out some of your gear here.
Kyle says he likes the trees. Yeah, there's plenty of trees on the map. That's for sure. There's no shortage of trees. Farmer Klein actually gave me put a message in our Discord, in Rubber Burner Discord channel there today, I believe. And it surprised me. He said, aside from his, I think it was...
Where's your 845?
It should be right beside the fertilizer tanks, I believe.
Well, I see the sprayer. I don't see the 845.
Oh, right. The 845, we used that yesterday. It is kind of between field 37 and 36.
Using the John Deere.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of got left out there after we were done wrapping the bales. Yeah, anyways, back to what I was saying. Farmer Klein messaged and said, aside from his how to farm logging, or how to do logging cheap and efficiently video, I don't know exactly what his name was. Aside from that video, Crawford Farms is actually his #2 watched video.
Oh, nice. His map tour of it?
Yeah, yeah.
So how many downloads are you up to on the Mod Hub now?
Last I looked, we were about 25,000.
Wow!
Yeah, not bad, right?
Well done, buddy. To me, that just sounds like more critics, but you know. All right, very good.
We must be on a tram track road here. Not really getting much.
It's a John Deere. It's supposed to sound like that when I shift gears.
Kyle says, I'm excited about your new one from what I've seen from the live stream. Yeah, I haven't touched it in a couple weeks since I went away for house sitting for my brother. I really haven't touched it at all. I need to get back on it. We had this discussion there last night, actually, that I'm kind of thinking I need to just do another live stream on it, because pretty much everything that we noticed that needs to be fixed, I've completely forgotten what those things were.
That pretty much fits, yeah.
BW says, we don't need trees, RB. Only took a couple of minutes putting them in, lol. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This thing is, okay, we're doing this the other way around. So many panels in this tractor. It actually has a blind spot. I can't see over my right shoulder to spray.
That actually wasn't the field that I was talking about, but that's fine. That field needs fertilized again anyways, so... Actually, I think it does. Let me double check. No, that field...
This one's level 3 already?
No, it's level 2, but the seeder will get it to level 3.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about the stubble one beside?
Field 33, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this truck's full again.
I'm on my way.
I was making you work triple time here.
I'm alright with that. I like being busy. Better busy than just sitting in a tractor with GPS on.
Yeah. You're gonna make my life difficult parking there, aren't you?
Yep. Gotta do something to make it interesting for you. Oh, this guy sounds pretty good starting up.
Yeah, just kind of, if you don't mind, take note of where that was parked, and if you can, pretty much park it the same way when you bring it back. Because that spot was working really well. I can just pull up to it, dump, and move along. I can turn around easily there. Yada, yada, yada.
I know, I love the pop-out chats, man.
That must have been Majestic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just sent me a message along that lines.
He's doing multi-modding. Right about there should do it.
TW says I should really be sleeping. Yeah, you really should be.
Maybe a little bit of a cheat there.
Huh?
Nothing.
You cheating?
Well, it's kind of anyway. I've managed to dump potatoes around the corner from where the belt is, but
Okay.
it'll get it.
Steve
I'm never
Kramer
quite sure how far I can leave these potatoes.
says, hey, how's it going? It's going very good. We are harvesting tons and tons of taters right now. Very slowly. How much? Did you notice how much that truck holds?
This tater truck?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
No. I'll have to take a look next time. I suppose you don't have a hut open anyways, so.
Look at this. Look at this piece of realism right here. Farm sim. If you didn't have derpy collisions, you wouldn't have anything at all. So I think it holds 25%. 25 times 75 is 15, 30,000?
Something like that. Yeah, okay. Oops. There we go.
Oh, I'm making a mess of that. Anyway, whatever. I'll fix it later. I just got to get him out of the truck so I can get back to you.
Kyle says my truck like that holds 28,368. Yeah, I bet you that's exactly what it is because I know that it's a really odd number on that truck, so that's probably exactly what it is. I'm just I want to keep track of how many loads of potatoes we do. That way I have an idea. Because unlike anything else, you put it in the silo and it shows you exactly how much you have. With potatoes, it's laying on the ground and you don't really have a way of knowing unless you keep track of what you harvested.
Oh, you got this transmission in it. Oh. Okay. The old split transmission from the TriStar.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it's out of, actually. Alright, I'm at the end of the road, so I'm just actually going to wait for Mark. Because if I turn around the other way, I'm going to end up full with my boom stuck into the potatoes.
Right behind you.
Yep. I love that truck.
Camera's a little low in it. I feel like a midget. After all the times I've lurked in your streams, Kerbo, you're more than welcome to lurk away. Ah, missed it again. Oh well.
You were lined up for it perfect, and then you turned right.
I thought I was going to hit the trailer.
Everybody's saying hi to Nightbot right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nightbot's super popular.
Yeah.
Respect our robot overlord.
Alright, we're good.
He will be the king of us all soon.
Majestic says, I smell a like spike coming. Does anyone else? There's an idea. If you guys haven't hit that like button, surely would be appreciated.
Yeah, if you can find a like button on mine, hit it too. But there's not,
not really.
It's not built in per se.
You can throw tomatoes at them.
Yeah, throw some tomatoes at me if you want to throw some tomatoes at me.
Steve Klein says, yeah, that's the one I use as well. Might add it to 30,000 liters. Yeah. Go ahead.
What is your tractor model? The case.
7250.
7250.
Yeah.
That's what it is, Farmer Craig. It's a nice one too. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I was telling Mark there before the live stream, I found another one last night, a 5488 International Harvester.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah. Anyways, it's not a gorgeous mod. I'm going to work on trying to pretty it up some.
Look at that, eh? Pretty. Mark Cam. I
was waiting for you to just stand in front of the tractor and just dead stop me.
No, I'm doing Mark Cam. Panning shots around the entire tractor. Artistic stuff. All right, back to work. Hoppa. Can't just be goofing around all day like Rubber Burner does.
What are you talking about? I have been going up and down harvesting potatoes.
Whatever, cry me a river.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. Hit that GPS button one more time. Have another smoke and a beer. Whatever.
Steve says... How do I mute him? Steve says that was my favorite truck in FS15. Yeah, actually it was one of my favorites in 15. There was a GMC truck that I really liked. And actually I just found that one just not that long ago. Actually I'm using it in Beer Home. It needs a little work too, but it's kind of more texture stuff and I'm not good with textures, so I might not do anything with that. Alright, I am going to step away for 2 minutes. I need to go grab that drink. I'll leave you guys with Mark there spraying that field. And actually, before I leave...
It's pretty spray-alicious.
I'm going to buy that cultivator. So that's 3 meter, that's 3 meter, but this one requires less horsepower. Well, I might as well use that one, and it's cheaper.
What did I say about spamming the chat, Majestic?
Select and buy. Yes. DW says, RB, you need to stop modding stuff. I know.
Why? Never stop.
I have a problem.
My problem is not just that I start modding stuff. My problem is that other people are modding stuff for me too. So it's like I'll be sitting there and have a conversation, be like, hey, it'd be nice if, and the next thing you know, it's like, here it is. Like, damn it. All right.
I need to have those friends.
No.
That would definitely lessen my workload.
I call them my mechanics.
Yeah. All right, I'll be right back, guys. You guys are gonna have to listen to Mark sing while I'm gone.
Me. Warming up. Sibilance. Nah, I won't do that to you guys. Unfortunately, I'm not even watching the chat over there, so, if you guys want to spam the chat with a bunch of emotes and just fill up his entire chat with emotes. As many as you can without getting banned by Nightbot. I think Nightbot's set to 6 or 7. So, yeah, just fill that sucker up. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he wonders what the heck was going on when he comes back. Maybe he's paying attention, maybe he's not. All right, hang on a second here. Did I just not fertilize this field? Emote spam, yep. You got to go over to Rubber Burner's stream for it, though. Go over to Rubber Burner's stream. What the heck is going on here? Is that not fertilizing? What did he do? Load me up with water? Nope, didn't take fertilization, that's for sure. Oh, he's using chopped straw. What a goof. Way to mess it up there, buddy. We'll show him. We're going to go and cultivate it, I guess. Anyway. We're not going to show him anything. Rubber burn a stream. Spamming the emotes. Fill in the chat. Fill the chat. Are they doing it, Majestic? Is he getting spammed really good? You got one warning already.
Alright, I'm back.
Shh.
What? Did I just get shushed on my own stream?
No. Sorry, I'm just, I'm shushing somebody over there.
Yeah, I don't know what you said in my chat there, Majestic, but, oh, too many symbols, that's why. Way to go. Kerbo in the house. Welcome, Kerbo. Simulator Addict in the... did you,
Nothing.
What's the term I'm looking for here?
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't.
It was Majestic's fault. He got banned.
Kerbo just got a timeout. I walk away for 1 minute. So I don't know what it looks like on your end, but for me, I am definitely about to see some rain.
Oh, are you? Okay. No, mine's saying mid-autumn, sunshine, and it's not predicting any rain for today.
Kerbo just got a 10-minute timeout. Simulator Addict says I'll be a good boy. Majestic says you told him to.
You were you and Nightbot are good friends, Kerbo, except when you cross the line. But every now and then you got to cross the line just to make sure he's awake. Because Nightbot's got to have fun too. So that field, did you use chopped straw on this map?
Yes.
So I think your field has been chopped strawed. It's not taking fertilization.
What field are you working on?
The one right beside you.
It didn't take it?
Nope.
It should still take it though.
No, not if you use chopped straw. You have to turn the soil before it does it again.
Oh. Okay. You say so.
Oops.
All right. Well,
I may have
cultivate it.
I may have crushed the pipe on your fertilizer silo, but anyway, moving on.
Yeah, it's definitely raining on my screen. But it's still got me nervous, so...
You got me a little coon. Nice. I like this thing. Oh, I'm definitely going to need a front weight, though.
Steve says, if you don't mind me asking, how's the update going? Frustratingly. That's how it's going. It's done.
Most people set their Nightbot to 4 emotes, I think. But, oh, wait a minute. Did you get me the Coon Pack Rototiller one?
No, it's the Keevnerland.
Kverland?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Majestic just got himself a 10-minute timeout. Too many symbols. Way to go, guys.
I don't think you got banned, Kerbo. I think you got timed out. Mr. Nightbot doesn't do banning. See you later, Farmer Craig. Thanks for dropping in, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, back to the update. Yeah, the update is done. They just kicked it back to me 3 or 4 times. I sent it back to them again last week. But you send it to them, and then it sits on their end for a week before they do anything with it. Then they begin casting mistakes, 2 or 3 or 4 days, and then they find 2 bleeping issues that take 2 minutes to fix, and then they send it back to you, and you have to do it all over again. Very frustrating. Cinematic says, say it again. Keeverland land? Keeverland? I don't know. Something like that.
I usually just pronounce it Kiverland.
Berlin? Okay.
Like you just sort of roll the K and the V into each other and make them sound like they're one letter.
We've got 19 people watching right now. Awesome, guys.
Well done. I got another 8 here.
Like Spike. Dirt Bike Mania says hi. Welcome.
Yeah. I don't even run Nightbot on mine, so you guys can go mental with the emotes on this one.
You're brave.
Yeah. I just give everybody swords.
Oh yeah.
Let them fight it out.
I bought the 3-meter one. I see you grabbed the 4-meter one though.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. I mean, it can pull it. It's just going to be really slow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. Ooh, that's the wrong gear. Let's try first gear. Second gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. Yeah, fifth gear. It's going up there. 15 kilometers an hour.
Really?
You just got to shift up, that's all. Kerbo, you are the worst lurker ever.
Dirt Bike Mania says, let's fight for no Nightbot. Yeah, that's not going to happen on my stream.
Woohoo! Emotes everywhere!
Not going to happen on my stream. Kyle says, so if I go to Mark's stream, you can be a mod. Lol. I don't get it.
I don't know about like spikes, but I'm getting a lag spike.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can tell, Kerbo. I can tell you're a professional lurker from that giant pile of emotes you just left in the chat.
Good for you, Kerbo.
Very. Disappears in a cloud of smoke. It's not too bad. I mean, you know, I don't think it would pull this thing with MR on it, but it does fine on with the gearbox.
Yeah, it's probably not too bad. You are on pretty flat ground.
Yeah.
Working on any hill at all, that thing just it bogs out.
Yeah. All right, let's take a vote. Should I just start up the GPS and take a nap, or should we just keep working?
Oh, work it like a real man.
Ooh, she felt that bump. She's feeling that bump. Can I go down one? All right, Majestic. This is why you're not going to get to be a moderator if you keep screaming in the chat. There's some basic rules about spam and about yelling and caps and stuff like that that you have to observe. No matter what the Wild West says. All right, let's see here. I gotta change this gearbox a little bit here. Auto clutch off. Ranges and gears. Match automatically. No. Only on the first and the last. Yep. Okay.
Steve says, sorry to hear that. I'm going to start playing the map in a few days. Anyway, just like the way it's laid out, we'll update when it comes out before playing it. Right on. Yeah, I've pretty much decided that this is my one and only mod that will ever be released on ModHub. From here on out, it'll be FSUK, PCSG, mod hoster. I sparked quite a discussion on FSUK there a couple days ago.
Did you?
Oh yeah, there were
Been stirring trouble over there.
Yeah, there were definitely a lot of people. I was surprised at how many people were like, "Yep, 100%, we agree with you." But then there were a few people that were Giants lovers. You know, kind of those top tier name guys that, you know who I'm talking, like the big boys of modding. That.
So what was your discussion?
Well, it was just that Giants' testing process is ridiculous.
Well, the thing about it is that it's their process, right?
Yep.
My issue with it is not Giants' testing process. It's their game, and it's their way of doing things, and there's nothing you can do about it. My problem is that modders seem to think that unless they're on the mod hub, their mod isn't worth anything. And I think that is ridiculous. I think that if you could put your mod up on FSUK, on PCSG, there are so many other outlets for mods nowadays, good quality places where you can put your mods.
Yeah.
That trying to get it on the mod hub and then complaining that that the process on the mod hub is wrong, I find that to be a little, I don't know, wrong. It's like it's their hub. They get to do what they want.
I actually like their testing process.
Yeah.
I do. They're very thorough. And I like that because that means in the end you get a better quality product.
Absolutely.
That's one of the main reasons I originally wanted to go to ModHub. That, and clearly you're going to get more traffic on ModHub.
Yeah.
Which I kind of wanted. I wanted people to play this map, right?
Yeah.
It was never about the money. I think I've made $20 off of that, something like that. You know, it's not about the money for me. It's getting the map out to people. But the problem is the time that it takes.
Yeah.
And you can disagree with me, and that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just when you have 2 lines that need to be changed in a mod description, it fails for that, and then you send it back to them within 10 minutes.
Yep.
And it takes another week for them to get back to it again. It's frustrating.
But you see, they're a company, they're a corporation. They have systems in place, and when you send a mod in, it gets kicked to the bottom of the pile.
Yeah.
And then the next person grabs it and carries on, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how many mods a week are they going through?
Oh,
you know, and how many?
I know. Yeah.
How many are getting rejected? So it's just one of those things. It's like it's their show, and they have their testers, but their testers, are they just doing testing?
Yes.
Or are they also testing the DLC that's coming out soon?
Oh yeah, they
testing
test
for
those
Farm
as
Sim
well.
19 that they're developing?
Yeah.
And they're testing for, like, you're not privy to the internal conversations of a corporation. So,
actually, what's his name? Listerian, I think is how you say his name. Something like that. He communicates with the public on the Farm Sim forum, the Giants forum.
Yeah, I've seen him on there.
A lot of, what the corporation is doing. And he actually put a post up about it there a little while ago, or just a few days ago, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of outlaying the amount of work that those guys have to do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I understand that. It is frustrating for a modder, and I can't help but feel that if they want to take modders seriously, then they need to put some more staff on that end.
And all I'm saying is that basically, if if modders start treating Mod Hub like they're the end all and be all of mods, and they're entirely dependent on the Mod Hub for their releases, then these kind of situations are inevitable.
Well, that's exactly why I've decided that I'm moving away from Mod Hub.
Yeah, that's it.
And the sad, but part of what it is for modders, again, goes back to what I said earlier, is they want their map to reach the greatest number of people possible. And right now, the most trafficked site for mods is Mod Hub.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a.
See you later, Majestic. Have a good one.
Yeah, see you, Majestic. It's definitely, like, obviously it sparked a discussion. Oh, shit.
Oh yeah.
It sparked a discussion right here, you know.
Yep.
It sparked a very large one there as well.
But that's fine. I mean, you got to have those discussions, right? I mean,
discussion's good.
The discussions about the processes by which we mod the game, and the more traffic there is in modding discussions and the processes of modding, the more likely it is that at some point, well, I mean, I think they pretty much acknowledge it already, but that respect for the fact that their game is a modded game and that the modders make this game have legs, is, you know, you gotta keep the traffic flowing, be it on their Discord or on their forums or whatever. Having these discussions on there and letting them know that we're looking and we're watching, is not a bad thing.
Nope.
I would never do this in one of my own fields, but, you know, we're going to try to make this one look good for Rubber Burner.
Rob says, I think one key of Mod Hub is that there's no other path for console. Yeah, I mean, Mod Hub will only be
absolutely
forever. That will never change. They will be the only source for console.
Yeah, but that's another thing too, right? That gives modders a lot of power that they're not taking advantage of. If modders got together and stopped posting PC mods on the Mod Hub, where would the console mods come from?
Yeah.
So, because every mod is eventually built on a PC, it has to sort of be acknowledged at some level that, you know, if they're not respectful of the beta section of their site and of stuff like that, and don't let more people in and more throughput, they'll never have the numbers in their console branch as they would like to have.
Yeah.
They need to basically just flood that thing with mods and then, you know, sort of cherry pick the best of the best and the most stable ones, and the people that do want to play with PC, let those through. But, you know, I sort of agree with you that, you know, they should just put it up. But I mean, your map is up, what, in the beta section?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Perfectly fine. Updates and fixes. If somebody, I mean, what is your workflow in terms of if somebody contacts you and they need a fix to something, do you fix it for them and send it back to them, or do you just tell them to wait for it on the Mod Hub?
Really, I haven't had many people reach out to me,
right.
But except for the major issue that is known with the map, the snow conflict. But anybody who has contacted me about it, I've given them a fix for it.
Right.
If they want to fix it themselves, and
right.
and then also told them I have an official fix on its way.
Oh, okay. What's going on here? Why did my Oh, is there a oh, okay. There's a street light up there or something? My windshield just went white.
Oh.
Is there a light on the barn? Where is this coming from? This is weird. Is there a light source somewhere in here that I'm not seeing?
I don't think so.
Oh, there's a truck parked here with his headlights on. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that thing's been sitting there since we started the stream.
You're going to kill your battery doing that, dude.
They're 24 volt. They can take it.
24 volt. They can take it. 24 volt. 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 All right, guys, I'm going to shut off my stream, and I'm going to go and take the dog out for 5 minutes because he's starting to get he's got his legs crossed, and he's been poking me for 10. So thank you all so much for joining me. It's been a joy, and we will talk to you guys soon.
Bye, everybody on Mark's stream. We're going to turn our lights on. She is pretty dark right now. Definitely starting to get the feeling that this field will not be harvested in one game day. We still got a lot to go.
All right, just going to mute my microphone for a moment and go outside, and I'll be back.
Sounds good. DW says, I hate my Discord. You're all here to sound like robots here. Oh, this thing's full. Okay. Well, we're going to shut the tractor off because Mark ain't here. We're going to have to move this, empty this ourselves. Oh, handbrake's on. This is almost going to be out the window if it carries on. That's a bit on the extreme side. 28,368. I believe it was Kyle that stated that. Thank you very much. That is clearly correct. Where's my pen? I know I saw one. There's one. Come here. Sorry, I'm trying to grab a pen right now. It's on the floor. 28,368. I gotta wonder what was going through the modder's head when he decided to choose such a random number. I mean, in my opinion, it's more realistic. But most people don't do it that way. Kyle says he can't hear me very well. I'm not sure why. Nothing's changed since the beginning of the stream, really. DW says, well, in other words, a buzz. Buzz. You know, there is another solution. You can just listen on the stream there, DW. That's a good possibility, Rob. Yeah, for sure. Going to move this guy just a little bit. Whoops. Wrong button. Oh, I've done things. No. I don't know where it is anymore. Oh, right. I can't tab to it. That's why. That's why. So. Why can't I move? Oh, I need to put it in gear. No, let's put it in reverse. I want to come back this way a little bit more there. TW says I'm watching this in 1:44 p.m. It looks like FS9 to me. Just kind of do a little bit at a time. I find is the best way to do this. There's going to be a lot of taters there. Oh, lordy, lordy, lord. Rob says this is making me hungry for a big pile of French fries with cheese and bacon. But I'm on a diet. Yeah, that would suck. That does sound really good though. Fries, cheese, bacon. Alright, there we go. Let that finish on its own. And we'll go back to harvesting our field. He says, I had that at a tractor show today. Well, yeah, I saw some of the photos from the tractor show you posted, man. Pretty cool equipment there. Yep. Woo! Climbing on the cab, that's one way to do it. So, drop, coming on. GPS. Gotta kind of reteach myself what I'm doing here. BW says half burger with bacon and cheese and a load of french fries. I've already decided, I was speaking to Mark about this for the stream. As soon as the stream ends, I'm ordering a pizza. Getting it delivered. So we're definitely into shorter rows now. I think I can actually pretty much do 4 passes. So 2 passes up, 2 passes down before I need to empty this thing. Definitely good to know that you can harvest potatoes in the rain. That way gives me more options pretty much every year from here on out. Starts raining, harvest your potatoes. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of fudge. Too sweet for me. I'm not big on sweets. The herbs are up against the fence there. Just a couple scratches, 4 wounds.
And I'm back.
Oh, you scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, things got a little quiet in there. What's going on?
Yeah, they did.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah, I'm still streaming.
Okay.
Apparently, you're the life of the party tonight.
Why?
I don't know. Things got quiet when you left.
I do tend to yammer on.
No comment.
I resemble that comment.
Resemble, you mean resent, correct?
No, I mean resemble. I don't resent it because it's true.
I might be able to make 3 passes before I need to fill this thing with. Things are going here. This might actually be a tram track while I'm looking at it.
How are you doing for your potato truck over there?
I actually had to empty it myself when you left.
Okay.
So she's only got a couple thousand liters in it right now.
Oh, nice. Got a little bit of Supertramp on the radio tonight.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, we got pretty much nothing coming back up the field there, but you just never know until you try it.
Mm-hmm. So now when I cultivate in the straw, do you get another level of fertilization from the straw add-on, or?
Yes.
Because it looks dark behind me.
Maybe that one was already sprayed. That one was already sprayed. That's why.
Well, because it's dark now.
That's why you couldn't spray on it. That's right. I had genetic.
But the texture was light. Like, it didn't give me the dark texture. That's why I thought it was okay. But
Yeah.
I did a full lap of the field, and I came back to the start, and I was like, whoops, that ain't right.
I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. I'm going to look real quick, see what it's doing. Yeah, it's not getting darker as you cultivate it. Because I think the way the chop straw mod works, my understanding, is you need to not collect so you can't do straw swaths.
No.
Right? And I did straw swaths on that.
Oh, you did? Okay. So I don't know
Yeah.
where your fertilization layer came from. You must have sprayed it.
Yeah.
It just didn't register the texture. Or it went through a growth stage, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Doing lazy turns tonight.
You cheating over there?
Just, instead of doing 3-point turns, just do 2 different parts of the field.
Did I already do this? I think I did. Because I didn't get a single liter out of that
Are you
run.
getting to that part of the night where you're starting to see potato stems where there are none?
Well, the boys started talking about French fries and cheese and bacon and yeah.
You had me at bacon.
Yeah, that's kind of on my mind all of a sudden.
Oh, you never ordered that pizza, did you?
Nope, not yet.
I gotta get me one of those too.
What, pizza?
Yeah. I haven't had pizza in, oh my god, must be 4 or 5 months now.
Actually, I had a couple pieces of pizza at the meeting on Friday. Nothing major, just like 2 tiny little pieces out of the party pizza. You know how small those are.
Yeah.
So let's try this row. I should have taken note of what row I was on. There we go. We're picking up taters now.
That's funny.
What?
It's like it skipped a bit. And it's giving me a different... It's like there's canola texture painted in this field.
Really?
Just for 2 dots. It's very strange. It could also be just the cultivator. Yeah, the cultivator just skipped over it.
Ah.
I may be going too fast.
Jacob Cougar says, guess who's back? Welcome, Jacob. Welcome back to the madness.
Who's back? Back again. Jacob's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
I used to listen to the snot out of him when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of this newer stuff.
I'm actually more of a fan of his newer stuff than I was of his older stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah. When he was a kid, he was writing from a really naive point of view.
Yeah.
It was all about him and his girlfriend and how she broke his heart and how she
That's
wanted all
fair.
his stuff. And now he's had some life experience to him.
Oh, yeah,
And,
definitely.
and he's been through the ringer with the record industry, and he's been through the ringer on, he's got his daughter too, who he's super into. And
Yeah.
so there's a real compassion to his music now.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely get what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like when I used to listen to Green Day or what was their name, Limp Bizkit,
Yeah.
Back in the day. It was like that was one kind of really naive young music, and
Yeah.
it was cool. But since then, those guys have sort of put out newer stuff, and
Well, for me, I think I fell in love with that music because I was also naive at
Yeah,
that point
of course,
in time.
yeah.
In that point in my life, right?
yep.
So that music really resonated with me.
And now you've got all your memories wrapped up in it, and
Yeah.
there's a whole lot of nostalgia that's associated to it. So
Yeah.
though you may not feel the same way now, you still listen to it because,
Yeah.
well, it reminds you of those simpler times.
Yeah, exactly. Rob says, who is the artist we're talking about? We're talking about Eminem.
That's right. A couple of old guys talking about Eminem.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. I should have emptied that time. We're going to fill in the middle of the row. I'm actually going to bring the truck to the tractor, I think.
How's that truck doing? Is it almost full?
No, I haven't put another blip of potatoes in it since you came in.
Oh, okay.
Because the rows are getting shorter and shorter, I'm having to turn around a lot more, and it's taking me a lot longer to fill up.
So what are you thinking in here? You thinking winter wheat or winter barley?
I haven't really put. I need to sit down and figure out exactly what fields are going to be planted in what. I haven't done that yet. But the way things are going, every single field is going to be cultivated and ready. I'm not going to plant all of the fields that can be planted. I'll plant probably half of what I would be planting for grain crops. The other half I'll plant in the spring.
Right.
And I'm not sure if that's going to be one of the fields that is planted or not. But if we're still live streaming, when you're done that, I'll take a minute and try to figure out what's going to go where. Oh, I got to turn my handbrake off if I want to move somewhere.
What did you have in this one this season?
Whew. Well, I bailed on it, so it was probably barley.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I can pretty much guarantee it was barley. I like to rotate my crops a little bit. I know technically you don't have to in game. You would in real life.
It's fun.
But the other thing is, like, I moved my potato field solely for the point of I didn't want to do potatoes in the same field again.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Change the pace up a little bit. So if that one was, I think year one that field was corn, and year two that was barley. So maybe next year I'll do canola in it or something like that.
Well, just throw the potatoes in this one.
I don't want to.
It's a beautiful square field.
I don't want to do potatoes in that field because it is square, but it's not square north-south. And the way potatoes work, even with multi-terrain,
Right.
potatoes don't act that way. The rows go north-south.
Yeah, I understand.
And that would put me in the ditch all the
Right.
time, right? The potatoes are actually one of the ones that I kind of have to put the most effort into figuring where I'm going to put them, because I need a fair amount of headland room
Yeah.
to get turned around. And like I say, north-south actually makes a difference with these guys.
Are you taking a moment to look at that sunset?
I don't have a sunset, I have rain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pouring right now.
Oh, wow. That sucks.
I've seen the sunset a few times, though.
You should come hang out in this field. It's beautiful over here.
Yeah.
Man, this tractor's got the weirdest gearbox.
TW says, I only listen to Limp Bizkit when I need to keep awake. Yeah, for me, I guess it's same with Eminem, like Eminem, Limp Bizkit, those guys. I listen to them when I've had a few too many beers and I'm feeling nostalgic, like Mark says.
Yeah. Kick in a little Lincoln Park and you're good to go.
Oh yeah, that's another good one. I'll actually listen to Lincoln Park any time of the day. I always liked Lincoln Park. Their music has definitely had an evolution as well.
Yeah.
Limp
Well,
Bizkit-
Lincoln Park was always Limp Bizkit with a bit of a soul to it.
Yeah. Limp Bizkit
No.
never really evolved. It just kind of
No,
stayed
it was
as
thrashing.
It was.
Yeah. It was thrashing, kind of, going
break
hanging
stuff.
out in the speedboat. And
Yeah, yeah.
Just getting in trouble and going to Tweed and burning some cars and whatever.
Rob says, I've got Korn and Tool on shuffle in the truck these days.
There you go.
I was never a huge fan of those guys.
Tool is fantastic. Korn is a little too coarse and a little too I don't know. Like the music blends together too much because it's more about their style of music than it is about the songs themselves. Whereas I found Tool has a bit more of a variety to it.
DW says he usually turns to Aerosmith and AC/DC in the end.
No, yeah, AC/DC's a good one.
I like some AC/DC. I'm not a huge fan of Aerosmith. I know a lot of people will probably hate me for saying that, but
Nah, I listen to it, but I don't own it.
I will, if it's on the radio, I'm not going to change the channel.
No.
But it's not my favorite band in the
I guess
world.
Aerosmith for me always sort of came under the glam rock kind of
Yeah.
beacon, It was a little too pretty.
Rob says a Tool concert borders on a religious experience.
Yeah, I can imagine.
DW says, what do y'all think of Dire Straits?
I love Dire Straits.
I've
Mark Knopfler is, bar none, my favorite guitarist.
I've got a handful of Dire Straits songs that I enjoy. Pretty much, the most popular ones. Money for Nothing. I love that song.
Sultans of Swing, Brothers in
Yeah.
Arms.
Yeah. The
He
good
did a
ones.
beautiful, beautiful concert lately with Emmylou Harris,
Okay.
and it was stunning. They were in Paris, they're in England together, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful concert. I think it was almost like one of those MTV Unplugged kind of things,
Oh,
but it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
that. It was entirely for YouTube.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Rob says, I'd like to get my money for nothing and my chicks for free. That is for sure.
That totally puts me in the mood now. Hang on a second. Dire Straits. I got some of that. Yeah, Sultans of Swing. That's one of my favorites. Oh, it's too bad it's raining over on that field.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's really stunning over here. What is that? Is that Seasons that screws that up, or is that
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
because I haven't played Vanilla MP in a long time, so
Yeah, same here. DW says, I gotta say, Jerry Reed was one of the best guitar men around.
yeah, another good one. Again, for me, Mark Knopfler he's sort of got that Eric Clapton meets Stevie Ray Vaughan kind of thing. He's got the Stevie Ray Vaughan blues, but he's also a technician. Like, he understands what he's doing with the guitar.
Yeah.
And he writes songs based around the sound of the guitars, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you ever sort of read up on, he'll buy a guitar and then it'll sound a certain way, and that's where the song comes from.
Yeah.
He can't play Sultan of Swing without the Gibson. He can't play Money for Nothing without the steel guitar. There's just guitars have a voice inside his songs, which I find really amazing. Do 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 do.
I gotta say, excuse me, I am strongly looking forward to seeing what FS19 does with their weather.
Yeah.
They've already, stated that that's a major update in the game.
Yep.
And,
The environment.
To have a sky that is dynamic.
Yes.
Is
The
going to
dynamic clouds would be
Yeah.
amazing.
That's going to be awesome. I'm really curious what they do with, say, like the rain texture, because
Yep.
in my opinion, it's pretty bad right now.
Oh yeah.
Like
They
if
never
you,
they never really thought about it, right?
no, they just threw it in. Like if for any of you that ever play like sim racing games, if you look at like the weather in, say, Project Cars,
Yeah.
where the rain droplets collect on the windshield,
Yep.
things like that. The game is really missing that, and that will make a huge difference if they're capable of producing something like that.
I was actually blown away. I was playing Train Simulator last week, and how the water acts in Train Simulator.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, I'm driving mostly old steam locomotives that don't have windshield wipers.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, when you're driving in Scotland in the snow and it starts to pile up on your front window, there's just something really nice about that.
Yeah. Not that I'm a Project Cars fanboy, and I don't know if it would suit Farm Sim, but I remember when I used to play. Now that I'm triple screen, I don't play it this way anymore. But when I used to play third person, the same as I play Farm Sim from outside the vehicle, if it was raining, the water droplets would collect on your monitor.
Really?
So it would still be difficult to see, right?
Yep.
And that was that could be something Farm Sim puts in. You know,
well, I think that's actually something that Cattle and Crops has in theirs too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that in Cattle and Crops, if you're standing outside, your camera gets wet.
Yeah. I don't think I've actually been in the rain in Cattle and Crops yet. DW says, I think Marc Knopfler, I don't know how to say his last name. Best by himself was why I Man and what it is.
Yeah. But if you ever listen to, like, you know, everybody knows Brothers in Arms and you know, On Every Street and those albums. But if you ever get around to listening to things like Making Movies and Communique and stuff like that, there's some really thoughtful music in there.
I almost missed this. Rob says, I'd like to see water on the ground coming and going.
Yeah.
And looking forward to what they do with soil moisture. I'm not sure that they've officially said that they're doing anything with soil moisture yet.
Well, you heard they hired that guy from Seasons, right?
Yes, I did hear that. But he's not working on anything Seasons right now. He's working on their mission system.
Yeah.
That's going to be completely rebooted. Kyle says, Rob the map, No Creek does that. Yeah, I spoke to Andy, GTX, and he kind of walked me through it, and he, you know, said it's really easy to actually do. I'm contemplating adding it into Gear and Home. But essentially it's just a water level that raises and lowers as it rains. It's not truly dynamic, I don't think.
No, because the water textures in Farm Sim are not very dynamic anyway. So
no, they need to. Like if you drive a tractor through a stream,
yeah,
I want to see the water break around the tractor.
And I think that's what they were hinting at with their video, right?
Yeah, and I wondered that when he stepped in the puddle.
Yeah.
And the water moves. I did wonder that.
If they made the water dynamic, that would open all sorts of doors for irrigation and all sorts of other stuff, you know?
Yep. I can't even see to the other edge of my field that I'm working in right now.
Yeah, you need to put bigger work lights on that tractor. How's that truck coming along?
It's probably about 2/3 full right now.
Okay.
Speaking of irrigation, proper pivot irrigation systems.
Yeah, I think that would be an interesting thing. I think that I've been doing a lot of research on corn irrigation in the desert and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like just using siphons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting thing.
Kyle says I'm probably going to have to get a new PC for FS19. I am curious with, they've clearly stated that their game engine is going to have a major update. I'm curious as to how that's going to drive on the older computers. Kiwi says, Mark, what did you do to the weather?
What do I what?
What did you do to the weather?
I broke it. I broke it. I'm always breaking stuff. My thing.
Yeah, I guess the bottom line here is when FS17 was coming out, I was not hopeful for the new game whatsoever. I really didn't feel like they were, from what I had learned ahead of time, I really didn't feel like they were going to succeed in making my hopes and dreams come true. And I mean, obviously everything on my wish list isn't going to be taken care of, but I really have hope for FS19. If they're stating this kind of stuff this early on, these kind of major things, what are they going to be telling us closer to the release time?
Yeah. The thing about FS that I think people miss out on and maybe forget is that it's a blank canvas.
Yeah.
The way we play this game, the way that we interact with this game, it's really just, they give you the bones of a game, and then it's kind of up to the modders and up to you as a game player to decide how you want to play it. Yeah, you can play it where you're trying to make $1 million or you're trying to, conquer the map or whatever. You can do it that way, but you're really completely free to do it any way you want. So it's hard to, that's always my biggest debate when I look at things like real farming and stuff like that, where, okay, it's a little bit more plug and play. It's not a sandbox.
Mm.
And I kind of play a sandboxy kind of game.
Yeah. Well, that's like Gold Rush.
Yeah.
I bought that one a while ago, and I had pretty high hopes for it. I was pretty disappointed because it's so far it's really do this, then do that, then do this, then do that, instead of the sandbox that is Farm Sim.
Yeah, that's it. And especially their inability to understand that, oh my god, I keep trying to manually detach things. Their inability to understand how important multiplayer would have been to that game. How much of a killer app that would have been for them to have the ability for people to compete against each other and to mine against each other and mine with each other. Yeah, that's it.
Have one person loading the rock truck, another person delivering the loads, another person shoveling the feed plant,
Yep.
That would be fantastic for a game like that.
That would have changed that game to something that I would actually spend some hours in. Yeah. As it was, I think I spent 4 hours on it.
Yeah, I've probably got like 8 or 9, something like that. Not a lot.
I kind of looked at it. I played with it. I went through it. I got a little bit of gold. I did a bit of sleuthing. I went, that's kind of cool. I like the textures. I like the way the water swishes around. But that whole gameplay, which is like the car mechanics model of like, well, now you put item A into slot B, okay, and then you put that into slot C, and then okay. And I'm not into that.
Yeah.
That's my biggest trouble with cattle and crops right now, is that they have that whole thing with the
Well,
the
and
circle,
to
the
be
circle
fair,
to tell you where to go. And
to be fair, I think once the game is in its finished state, that's not the intent. I think it's supposed to be more along the lines of Farm Sim, a sandbox, where you have a career mode.
I really, really hope so. I feel sometimes like their new senior management in the place is going to see the dollar signs of the console market, and is going to find it hard. They're going to find it hard to go and to be purists when those dollar signs keep flashing in front of their eyes.
Yeah.
Because you've got all of the other farm sim games, which are largely sort of, arcadey kind of console-y kind of games.
Yeah.
And they're all fighting each other for that market. It's a big market, even for farm sim.
Oh,
it's 60% of the farm sim market. So.
Yeah. Yeah, well, when I was talking to Andy about this map and whether or not it'll ever come to console, and he said, well, take whatever number you have and multiply it by 3, and that's what you'll end up with. Because consoles are that big. Which actually really surprised me. I figured this game would be PC driven, but clearly it's not.
No, I mean, I was talking to Farmer Craig yesterday, and he started off on the tablets. He came to it from iOS.
Yeah.
So, do you need a unload?
Yeah, actually I do. Okay,
I'm going to come to you. Just to give myself something to do.
I'm at 94%, so that would work perfect. Let me catch up on chat here, because there is quite a bit I've missed here. 99%, awesome. Perfect time.
Finally got it.
What? Goodness. Kyle says, well, I have a hard time with my laptop now with certain maps. Yeah, I've been, since releasing my Map 2 Mod Hub, I learned a lot about map optimizations.
Yeah. And
now I look at a lot of maps and go, wow, there was zero optimization there. And I don't think it's because modders are lazy. I think there's just a lack of knowledge and a lack of people saying this map is, there's a lack of people explaining the importance of the optimizations. Because
but also there's a lot of tricks and stuff, right? That I don't feel that the modding community is talking about as much.
Yeah.
But you look at what they did with the new script that's in what do you call it? The Oakfield farm, the one that vehicles disappear inside of buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like stuff like that is going to be the answer to those problems.
Yeah.
So we'll see if the modding community sort of catches on to that stuff.
I think Andy hit it right on the nail when he, I guess it was LS Mod Company, not just Andy, but he's of course a large driving force of it. When they created the bale storage.
Yeah.
Because that is huge for
that's it, multiplayer. Yep.
DW says, as we've talking about games, what do y'all think about My Summer Car? I haven't really looked at it, to be honest.
I love watching people play that game. I would never buy it myself.
No?
No, watching Squirrel play My Summer Car is brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hilarious. The guy is like a middle-aged man, and he's reliving his teenage years. And, he does this whole thing where his streams are PG and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then he goes to play his My Summer Car, and he turns into a homicidal maniac who's like dumping trucks worth of poo on church lawns and killing guys in their car, and it's awesome. I think it's a great little game. Plus the fact that it's sort of being developed while it's being played, I find that to be brilliant.
What else we got going on here? Yeah, back to map optimization. I think, to be fair, a lot of map creators are probably running higher systems.
Yeah.
So when they look at their game or their map in game, they don't realize that 50% of the PC market isn't going to be able to play it.
I don't know. Have you seen what Bullet Bill builds his maps on?
No.
Oh my God! If you ever get a chance to go to his Facebook page, take a look at it. Take a look at his workstation.
Oh really?
Oh my God! It's hilarious. He's got like an old IKEA shelf, like you know those stand-up shelves.
Yeah.
And he's got his old PC kind of wedged in there sideways. It's brilliant.
I'm thinking my GPS wasn't locked on one of those rows. That's why I went back to that one. Okay, I'm still way behind on chat here.
Well, he loves the poop truck, but he also loves doing the moonshine, and he's like, there's a lot of weird stuff that Squirrel is doing on that show that doesn't necessarily suit his channel style. But that's why I love watching it. I love watching him play it because it breaks the mold of what you expect of Squirrel.
Kiwi says all I need to know is the system specs. Yeah, I don't know when we'll get system specs. That might be later on that they give us that. Rob says those guided quest type things are great if they can be turned off to allow pure sandbox. Most people would play them the first time. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, get those quests so that you can kind of learn the game a little bit. And then once you've learned the game, move to a more sandbox type deal.
Yep. Like things like even Farmer's Dynasty. I love the look of Farmer's Dynasty. I love the sort of the ground distortion and sort of the cartoony kind of feel of it.
Yeah.
I love that. But it's a freaking home reno simulator masking as a farm simulator. It's just, you spend all your time fixing people's greenhouses. It's just annoying.
Kiwi says I spelled Crawford Farms wrong. I did notice that, but I didn't notice it until after I'd started the live stream. So it's just going to stay that way until I put the archive up.
Think of it as a stutter, Kiwi.
Oh, I'm going to be happy to be done with these short rows. Still got a whole chunk of that field to do, though.
Yeah, that's all right. You got time, though. I mean, what's the weather tomorrow?
Weather's clear tomorrow. Next 3 days are all clear.
You got 3 more days, so...
Yeah, oh yeah, I've got plenty of time.
Yeah. You got everything else out of the fields?
No, I have one field that has corn left in it.
Oh, okay.
But still, again, we have plenty of time to get that.
Are you going to silage that, or are you going to...
No, I'm going to harvest it for corn. I don't have any silage equipment yet. Pretty much my silage consists of bales right now.
Yeah. I prefer silage that way myself.
Well, for me, we're in this area of the map, you know, where this map is from. There were no silage bunkers. No. That was never a thing. You wrapped bales for silage. That's how you did it.
Yep.
I mean,
and even up here, I mean, there are bunkers out there.
Yeah.
But predominantly, it's a harvest store silos. Those big green silos.
Help if I turn this thing on.
The non-farming farm work is a real heavy part of farming, though. At my farm area, I don't drive tractors. Most of what I do is patch up the barns and repair or wire fences. Oh, and I totally get that. And I don't mind it being incorporated into the game. I just, it seems that where the the mission system on Farm Sim is based on driving a tractor randomly around a field until the clock runs out. They've sort of gone too far in the other direction. I think that the idea of improving your own farmhouse is pretty awesome. Like, I like the fact that he has, like, I was watching Daggerwin, and he had to go and buy cement and stucco and paint and all sorts of stuff. I like that part. But the whole, you know, going and talk to the robots and they give you farm equipment in exchange for hatching greenhouses, I don't know if they would have the legs for me.
BW says, Squirrel goes nuts in that game. See what I did there?
He does go nuts, yeah.
That was
he is a squirrel nut.
Yeah, I guess for me, I really don't have... I mean, all I've seen of that game so far is people fixing houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I watched Ian Robson play some of it, but Daggerwin is just one time lapse after another of him fixing people's houses.
I guess for me, one of the big reasons I like Farm Sim is because it's like I'm playing with Tonka trucks. I like playing with this big equipment. And not have that would be disappointing.
I'm looking at your stream, man. Your weather is messed up.
I know, right?
Yeah, I do wish, at some level, I do wish that you could, like, instead of buying placeables, I would love it if in Farm Sim you could buy kits. So you buy a kit for a barn, and then you have to build the barn. You buy a kit for a warehouse or a workshop, and then you got to build the workshop. That would be kind of cool.
There is scripts out there now that you can now generally. I don't know if it's ever been done with a placeable, but you can take items to an area to help build it, and it will build over time.
Yeah, and there's like I think the slow bee thing does that, and there's somebody built like a shed where you can add walls after you placed it.
Yeah.
Fencing would be awesome too, DW. I'd love to see a mod where if you don't fence in your cows, if you don't maintain your cow fences, you start losing them overnight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you have to go back down to the store to pick them up.
That would be something like that would be good. I've actually always said that. I really think that the fences in game, you should be able to pick them up, get rid of them, or add them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of mappers will build them out a certain way, and then you get in game as a novice who's never done any modding, and you're just like, oh man, I really wish I could move this fence. It's just right directly in the way.
Oh yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, you know what you could do though? You know that mod that allows you to put down posts for logging? Where you can build your own little logging cradle?
Okay.
And then what you do is it's a placeable mod. You put down stumps so you can sort of line up your logs against it. I use it on Orchard Farm.
Yeah.
And you can build your own logging rack kind of thing to store logs. And when you're done with them, you can chainsaw them down, cut them up, and then grind them out of the map.
Okay.
So if you did something like that where it spawned not only the post, but also the barbed wire.
Yeah.
And you could place the post and the barbed wire and make your own fence. And then if you want to remove it, you pull out a chainsaw and you cut it out and you grind it out of there.
But I think one of the big things there is the nav meshes. You can't create or...
No.
At least at this point in time, can't create animal areas.
No.
That is something that...
It would be more of a role-playing kind of thing, right?
Mm. But that is something that I think they also need to work on. Crawford. Cattle and Crops, I think, hit it right on the money because you can move your animals from one field to another.
Yeah. I think Hoff Bergman did something like that too, where you could take the pigs out of the pig pen and move them to a separate pig pen.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how Farmer Andy did that one. Yeah, moving your sheep from field to field and herding them would be amazing, especially if you could do it like with an ATV and a dog or something.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Rob says, I'd love to see more ranch type operations. Fences is what made me think of that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested to see what we end up for maps in FS19, because we all know we're getting 3 maps. One's going to be American, one's going to be European, and then there's going to be the South American map again. But yeah, I'm curious as to what kind of area they'll be styling their map off of. You never know, it might be a ranch style map, right?
Well, I don't know if they could pull that off in Europe.
No, but the American style map, right?
Yeah, true. I think they're just gonna rejig Goldcrest personally.
Well, they from my understanding, it's going to be a completely new map.
Really, eh?
Yeah, but I don't know. Time will tell, I guess. But it is interesting to note that we're going to have 3 maps right off the hop. That's a good thing. 2 maps was never enough, especially for the first 6 months of the game. There's a lack of mod maps out there. And we all get bored with the in-game maps pretty quickly. At least I do.
Yeah, I played it through pretty good. I mean, until I kind of respected. I know that they kind of made Oxygen David and Bullet Bill kind of the scapegoats on that one, but I like the fact that within a month and a half they sort of had a couple of modded maps out there, and
yeah,
I learned a lot about game mechanics and about how to. Because I always played a season-style game anyway.
Yeah. So
growing Goldcrest into a multi-million-dollar operation with massive equipment, it was kind of fun. It was a lot of fun getting it started that way.
I'm gonna miss seasons if they don't have something like that in the game when the game first comes out.
Yeah. I don't think those modders are going anywhere. I think that they're probably going to end up sort of like BM modding. We kind of got slight advanced knowledge of things to get going.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Well, it's like they did that with Courseplay. They brought the Courseplay guys in before FS17 was released.
Yeah, and showed them around the place. And
yeah.
I think mods like seasons. I'm hoping MR. I'm hoping that they don't totally blow up the physics engine so that MR doesn't work anymore, because that's a big one for me.
Yeah.
Gearbox is a big one for me. I love Gearbox.
Yeah.
But Gearbox, I think it's already built into the in-game. It's just it'll take a couple of weeks to add gearboxes to whatever the new equipment is.
Yeah.
But if they just do remodels on some of the older equipment, that'll be fine too. You got to remember too. I mean, the amount of equipment we got in this map. In this version.
Yeah. And it's going to be even more in FS19.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Jesse Rosser says, what's up? Well, we're harvesting taters, but I think we're nearing the end of harvesting taters for the night. Still raining out. Goodness, it's actually showing it's 10 o'clock in the evening, and I don't usually go that late into a live stream. I usually cut it down at like 200 hours. But we've been having fun just chit-chatting away here.
Yeah. That's half the fun of multiplayer.
Shoot, can you come empty me?
Yes, sir. On my way.
DW says, I want to move my sheep from field to field. Yeah, I agree. Actually, the field on the hill there, right beside the main farm that's fenced in, that would be field 19. That was often cattle field. 'Cause, 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 'c they'd move them from spot to spot, and it would be nice to.
That would be nice too if wherever the animals are, if the grass in those fields only ever reach first stage.
Yeah, I agree. Which actually, technically, you could do right now.
Yeah.
There is a way to do that. I guess nobody just really takes advantage of that.
Yeah.
Nope, I want to keep that on. Turn that on. Goodness, what am I doing here? DW says, if my case 1455 isn't in FS19, I'm going to cry. Well, even if it's not in FS19, and I have a funny feeling we're going to see more older equipment than we've ever seen before in FS19. I might be wrong, but that's kind of the impression that I've gotten. Whoops.
Have a good night, Kyle. Thanks for coming in.
See you, Kyle. But even if your 1455 doesn't make it in, I guarantee, I guarantee there's going to be a modder.
Watch the rear steering axle on that thing.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I am in trouble now. Okay, first gear.
Straight, go straight.
That'll do.
Fixed it.
Yeah, I guarantee there's going to be a modder. Heck, if nobody else does it, DW, I'll figure out how to convert your 1455 for you. There.
If anything, DW, look at how interested they were in Tom XJS's or Matt XJS's mod pack DLC of classics. I think Farm Sim understands that, you know, all of us guys out here who like the old iron, we're not going anywhere.
Well, and having old iron adds a lot to the game because you can do like I'm doing, and you can build your company up from the smaller, older junk equipment, and then eventually get yourself into those nice brand new models.
Yeah.
Right? That adds a lot to the game, I think.
Well, look at what they did in Goldcrest, right? What did you start Goldcrest with? A couple of old cases and an old New Holland.
Yeah, exactly.
And an old combine.
Yeah.
And then you grew your farm from there. I think that
I think they hit it right on the money with that.
Within the gameplay, that I didn't even have a passion for the case until that I started playing that map.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's what basically brought me to the case brand, was just I love those tractors. I used to just use those for everything. First thing I would do when I started the save game, sell everything except the case.
And really, I would be surprised, DW, if that 1455 isn't in there, because Giants has a tendency to, if it's in the previous version, it's in the new version.
Yeah.
I have heard that Homer won't be in FS19 now.
Oh, they're moving over to Europa, or?
Yeah, they only had a 2-year license on the Homer stuff, and my understanding is that's kind of why they're pushing this DLC.
Oh, good. Okay.
They bring the Ropa in now, and Ropa will be there in FS19. Because again, when the DLCs, like I just said, you know, they bring it into previous version, then it's generally in the next version.
It lives there for good.
I'm having a hard time seeing where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be the next row over there. I'm going to miss a little bit, but what else?
Because even Sosnovska was a 15 DLC, right?
Yeah, that
it was the gold map.
Yeah. And look at the if you look at the platinum map from this era, from FS17, they added that old school harvester. Even more rundown than the case. I don't remember what it's called. And they gave us that really little Massey Ferguson. To me, that just tells me that they're understanding that a lot of people want to build their stuff up.
Oh my God, Rob, did you not hear? It's only a couple of days away now. It's 2 weeks away.
Is it 2 weeks away? Well,
almost, yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, I never.
On the 13th of March, yeah.
Yeah, they put out their first fact sheet Friday on Friday.
Yeah.
Again, like I've said before, I don't think that's going to be a DLC unless they're hiding something that I'm not aware of right now. I don't think that's going to be a DLC that I buy.
Well, you know the Ropa story, right? I mean, it is the original Homer.
Oh, really?
The guy who built Ropa built his first harvester on his dad's farm.
Yeah.
And then started building harvesters, and then he got hired as the lead designer for Homer to build their sugar beet fleet.
Okay.
And then he had a disagreement with them, and he went off and restarted his own company called Ropa.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes from. So that's why they look a lot the same. Is they're basically designed by the same guy.
Yeah.
You know, part of me didn't really feel like doing anything for the Ropa DLC, but it's $8.
Is that all it is?
$8.
Wow.
And I was thinking, what we should do is we should seed the biggest field on Oakfield.
Yeah.
We should seed that in sugar beet.
Yeah.
And do a full-on stream, a full-on sugar beet operation with the pickup and the trucks and everything. Like do a big multiplayer thing where we bring in a bunch of people and do a big sugar beet harvest.
That might not be a bad idea.
Do it for like they would like to do it for real, you know?
Yeah.
Where the beet harvesters are the only ones in the field. They would dump stuff on the side of the field.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy on the side of the field in the big machine that loads up the trucks, then the trucks go.
Oh, well, I guess time we start winding this stream down. My tummy is growling right now.
Yeah, it's almost midnight in game anyway.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're finishing this tonight, so you
might as well. Yeah. Really, I don't think there's that much left, but I can't really see because.
Yeah, no, you've only got a sliver left. You're about 3/4 of the way done.
Yeah, but even
maybe 2/3.
Maybe that 3/4 is still going to take me an hour to do. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you may have missed a few spots.
Huh? No, I didn't miss anything. Those are tram tracks. What looks like was missed is tram tracks.
Is it?
Because it doesn't get rid of the texture when you go back over it.
Huh.
The road texture.
Oh yeah, I see what you got. Yeah. No, you're totally right. I was looking at the
I mean,
the fertilization thing, and the fertilization layer in the tram tracks is still there.
Yeah.
There's still a level 3 in there.
There's obviously going to be some spots at the beginning and the end of the roads that I missed, but. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. This was a really fun stream. I had a lot of fun during this one. I always like doing potato harvest. Thank you, Mark, for joining us today.
You're very welcome.
Thank all the subscribers one last time. So yeah, next Friday, keep your eyes open for the 24-hour live stream where we will be debuting Johnny V's new map, Sosnovka Not Extreme. My understanding is we will, in fact, or the map will be released moments beforehand. So you guys can check it out there. We still haven't hammered down yet whether or not it's going to be an open server or not, but we'll keep you posted on that. And my suggestion would be join my Discord channel if you haven't already, because there's tons of there's tons of information on there about the 24-hour live stream. Don't forget to check out PCSG as well as 3 Dudes Gaming. Check out all the other YouTubers I got listed down below. I think that pretty much does it. Anything you want to say, Mark?
Good night, everyone. I'm just gonna stick your Discord information in the chat right there.
I thought literally just did it.
Oh, you did? Okay, there you go.
All good though.
Go ahead and join the Discord, and yeah, keep an eye out for promos for the Monster stream this weekend.
All right. Till next time, y'all have a good night. See ya.
Toodles.